New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand's victory was a brief one. Just yesterday, her plan to tackle military sexual assaults passed a subcommittee with bipartisan support. The proposal would have taken decisions about prosecuting sexual misconduct away from military commanders and placed them in the hands of experienced military lawyers.
Men and women who are brutally raped and assaulted in the military, they just don't believe there's a possibility of justice. They don't think the chain of command can be objective.
But today, her fellow Democrat, Carl Levin, used his power as chair of the Armed Services Committee to replace Gillibrand's plan with his own. His version would leave commanders in charge of sexual assault cases, but with more oversight from the military's top brass, an approach favored by Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel.
We need to change some things. We can do things much better. We'll have to. But I think we've got to be very careful when we talk about taking the command structure out of this process.
But for Gillibrand and her 27 co-sponsors, that command structure is contributing to the problem. An estimated 26,000 unwanted sexual contacts just in the past year. California Democrat Barbara Boxer.
My God, we've seen the people who are in charge of these units actually commit sexual assaults themselves. What more do we need? This is the moment.
This is not an issue that simply separates the women from the men. There were several female senators who backed Levin's plan today. And one of them, Scott Claire McCaskill of Missouri, argued that victims will be less likely to be retaliated against if their case is moved forward by their own unit commander and not by an outside military lawyer.
Thank you, Nancy.